Right. Good evening, everyone. And I believe that we don't have many people on this first session. You're welcome to the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network UKCIC group in the diaspora in Leeds. And this is a session, Japa project, that we're going to be having every last Sunday of the month at 5 p.m. And the idea of the session is to make sure that we can help our Nigerian families, students, and individuals who are wanting to come to the UK. This session is to try and take as much questions for some people that are trying to come to the UK and see how we can help them with some answers. We're not experts, but we will continue to see how we can help people that are in need of information. And it's very important that whenever you are trying to go to a foreign land, you've not been there, etc., you need to make sure what is on the ground, what you need to prepare for. You know, as we have said, our organization, Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network in the UK in Leeds, have done up to 6 Japa project videos of various type of topics. And these are topics that, to give you an heads up, if you're trying to come as an individual to UK or trying to come to UK as a family or as a student to study, there's a lot of changes that is going around in the UK. And as I've said, the UK of today is not like yesterday or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 20 years. So coming to UK, you have to do your very proper plan. And that is why we're doing this session. This session is only for 45 minutes to 1 hour, depending on the audience. But as of today, I think we have Mr. TJ. Mr. TJ, are you there? Mr. TJ, are you there? I think you're the only one here today anyway. So, but if you, well, yeah, it looks like you've had a look at our Japa video, and you're one of our subscribers as well. So basically, if you want to come in and just ask any questions, and we'll be ready to listen and to see how we can give you as much information as you can, if that's okay. Mr. TJ, are you there? Okay, I think we're still expecting a lot of people. I believe that maybe a lot of people are running late. And I know that the time now in the UK is 8 minutes past 5, and I believe it's the same thing in Nigeria. So if you're out there, we are here, and we're going to be waiting for you. Anybody? I can hear you having challenges with. Oh, okay. You're having challenges with your audio. Okay. All right. Yeah, well, you can type, if you can type your questions, and as much as I can help you, I will answer. I don't know, people should have joined, but we don't seem to have a lot of people on today's session. Again, just to remind everybody, this is the Japa project question and answer, which is being carried out by the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network UKCIC group in Leeds and in Yorkshire in the UK diaspora. And this program as well is to help our Nigerian families, students, and individuals with. These are information sessions where if anybody has any question, anybody that is traveling to UK, they can always ask so much question. Okay, so we're going to try and answer one of the questions from Mr. TJ. You said, I'm a prospective student at University of Hull, resuming in September 2023. Oh, you're welcome. We'll be welcoming you. So that is a good thing. What it is that start communicating to us from now. We're going to be, as soon as you get to UK, we will add you onto our platform. The Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network has the Telegram platform. And this is a platform of combination of the Nigerian students, Nigerian families, and businesses. And on the platform, we help individual Nigerian families, not only Nigerian families and other areas, with food, jobs, and accommodation. So, and that is what we do. And in terms of accommodation, we're not experts in all this level. We have some of our Nigerian accommodation people that are helping us. Food, we do free food on a weekly basis. And we, the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, we've been very lucky to work with various supermarkets in the UK, and they give us free food. As you can see, I've just come back from Tesco to collect some food. And this morning as well, I was able to collect some Nando chicken, KFC chicken, which we've now put into our our charity fridge. Okay, I've tried joining. Yeah, so at this moment, yeah, don't worry, it's not a problem because you're still coming in September. That is not a problem. Once you're getting close, Mr. TJ, let's say around June, basically, then we will be able to add you onto the platform. We'll start working with you. But in terms of accommodation, are you the only one coming into the UK, or you're coming with your family? Yeah, you can put it to everyone. Don't worry, because let everyone sees it anyway. Okay, so yourself and 3 dependents. Okay, that is something that okay. So the advice I can give to you, Mr. TJ, is that first of all, what you need to do is that, okay, you're going to be a student in Hull. If I may, I believe that your school fees is around 17,000 to 18,000 or less. Am I correct on that? Okay, 11K. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. Okay. So what you need to do is basically that this is my advice. Again, we normally say that we're not telling you don't have to take our advice, but this is what we see on the ground. Because from my experience working with the Nigerian Community Charity, working with Nigerian students, Nigerian families, and businesses, if you're coming to the UK, make sure you check your finances. For example, now, if you and your 3 dependents are coming, then you will need at least, and I believe that all those 3 dependents, what are their ages? I believe that what do you know their age? I know one of them will be your wife, I guess, and 2 of them I don't know. Am I correct? If you correct me on that. Okay, my spouse and 2 boys. Okay, so okay. So this is the situation. You and your wife are going to be coming. That's good, and 2 boys. So what we're saying is that you have to look at your budget, at least for the next 3 months to 6 months. You know, I said it. You need to have, apart from the money for the school fees, though, you need to have at least £6,000 to £10,000. The reason being is basically that for all those boys now, at least you will need 2 to 3 bedrooms. 2 to 3 bedrooms. And then we have, for example, we have our publicity committee and admin committee that is in Hull. And we can always refer you to the president of the Nigerian Student Society in Hull. His name is Mr. Kweju. And so what I will do is that I will send you, well, once it's getting closer, there is one of our publicity committee called Mr. Fokwe. Mr. Fokwe will be able to help you and guide you in Hull. He's one of our representatives in Hull. He will be able to help you and to see anything you want, anything you can, etc. So what you can do for us, Mr. TJ, is that if you send me a WhatsApp message, just say that basically that you were on the Japa project session of today. And I said that I was going to be giving you a representative that will help you. I would be able, if you can send it by email, it's not a problem to our admin. And as I've said, this is our email address. As I've said, I've always put it at admin@nycn.org. .uk. Yeah, the email address. That is the email address. The email address. So just send it to admin@nycn.org.uk, and then I will send you one of our representative in Hall's contact, and you can start talking to them. You can start chatting to them. Just say you were referred from the NYCN Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network president for support. And but the old thing is that you will not be able to live in student accommodation. You have to basically look for accommodation outside. And we have some Nigerians in halls that can help you. They're not accommodation experts, but they can guide you. They can guide you. So once you start working on that, but as I've said, I want you to remember that again, coming to UK, there's been challenges with the care and support work, which I believe that is what you're going to be doing. Care and support work is one of those things that is saturated at the moment. It's saturated. There is not much work. I can tell you that one of our representatives have been there since I think maybe 3 months now, or more than 3 months, and he has not been able to get a job. He has not been able to get a job at all. And he spoke to me yesterday, and I said he should just keep positive and keep on looking. So those are the things you need to have at the back of your mind. Remember, if you're not working, if you can't work for 2 to 3 months, then you have to pay your bills. And from my understanding, so to get 2 or 3 bedrooms, you have to be looking at around 750 to 800 pounds. That is, or 900 pounds either. And that is excluding below. You have to pay for council tax, you have to pay for gas and electricity, and there will be food. So all those things you have to bear in mind, please. It's very important, you have to bear in mind. I was expecting people to join us, and I don't know why people, but again, we're running this live. I believe that most people are on the YouTube. So in a way, this session is to help people that wants to join, because the reason why is that I get people giving me a call, sending me messages on WhatsApp, sending those messages on admin. But now we have scheduled a meeting session for the project, for the Japa project session, and nobody, it's only a few people that are here. I don't think that not a lot of people are here. So, but again, I think our next session will be next month, last Sunday of next month. So I think, what is the date of last Sunday? Let me have a look at it. So the next month, we are on the 30th of April. That is our next session, Japa, 5 p.m. And I would like to urge everybody that have not attended today, if you have questions, please try and attend. This, what we're organizing for you from the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, I don't think any organization have the time to do that. We're doing it free for you, to give you information. And as I can see, most of you that are on our YouTube and our subscribers, you have sent a lot of questions with the comment section. And this is why I've arranged this session, but we can't get people to attend of today. So it's one of those things that I've said. You can put comments, you can put questions, answer in the comment, but I cannot answer all those questions, because at the end of the day, there's so many questions for me to answer. This is why we're going to be organizing this, and now we want people to be attending this if you want us to help you. So as for your questions, can you enlighten me on the requirement for SIA license and DBS? Okay, Mr. TJ. So the SIA license is the security license. So I believe that I think I've gone through that training before when I was looking for a job. So these are security jobs. The SI license, I think you have to have some training. What you need to do is that you need to check on Google. Once you get here, there's a training and you just have to pay for the training. There can be up to 4 to 5 different types of SI license training. The DBS ones, once you get here, the care agency or support work that you're going to be working with, they will do your DBS. The DBS is done by the British police. What the DBS is basically to check if you're not a child abuser, if you're not a criminal, if you're not, etc. They will do all those things. That is the DBS. And I believe there is a fee for it. I don't know how much it is. Every agency have different types of fee. Okay. So that is my understanding. That is my understanding. But the SI license is the security license. If you want to do a door supervisor, if you want to do a steward, stewards are these people that stayed at the football match that wear like orange and green. So if you want to do that, you have to do all those things. So all those things, once you get here, you can get more updates on them. That's it. Is there any other question, Mr. TJ? I don't know, maybe all those things I've answered your question on that. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope a lot of people are supposed to be here, but I don't know, maybe people forgot the time because maybe they're thinking that Nigeria is ahead of UK's time. No, I think today was the day we've now moved our time forward. So we have the same time as Nigeria. So we are now in the British summer. We are now in the British summer. So it's 5:22 here, and I believe that it's 5:22 in Nigeria as well. So we are more or less running the same time. That is what we're trying to do. So, yeah, okay. But good luck to you, Mr. TJ. You'll be fine. Just drop us that message on email, and they will be able to help you. That is what we need to do anyway. I'm going to wait a bit for another 10-15 minutes, and hopefully we get more people. Otherwise, then the next session will be next month, 30th of April, 2023 at 5 p.m. And I hope that people can join, because we have a lot of people that are putting comments on our channel. But now that we've organized a session for them so that they can come and talk to us directly, you know, there is nobody that is in the meeting here. So again, a bit of disappointment after we've gone a long way to organize this for our subscribers, but okay. Well, please, if you have any question, do let us know. We are here, and we want to be able to answer a lot of people's questions. It's very important. That is why we're here, to try as much as possible to help you for whichever way we can. So yeah, and yeah, so let's have a look. Yeah, we're going to try and wait as much. Okay. Also, please enlighten us about the primary school education in the UK. At what age can children start school, and how many hours are they entitled to? Okay, so I think so if you have your boys are in year 5, your boys are in year 5. So no, your boys are 5 years and 3 years old. Now, let me just okay. So your boys are in year 5. I think basically over here we normally have a they will put your child based on how old your child is. So for your child of year 5, I'm trying to, because I should have noticed. Let me just say. So 5 years old. Okay. So in terms of the education, I think it is based on the years of your boy, your 2 boys. So year 5, I remember that year 5 probably they will be in year 4, if I'm correct on that. I just want to be correct. So I'm just checking my information. Okay, I think so. I think for your boy of 3 years old, I think you're looking at maybe stage 2, stage 2. That is in between 3 to 4 years. And for your boy of 5 years, okay, yeah, for your boy of 5 years, I think you're going to be looking at stage 3. Stage 3. So that one is not a problem. And because I don't think that, and it's free. It's free. I think it's free. And it's going to be, you're going to be taking the kids to school from around 8 o'clock, and you pick them up by 3 o'clock, 3:30. Every school have various times. Some school will say that you should bring your kids to school around 8:45 in the morning and pick them up around 3:15. Some school will say bring them up 8:30. So it depends. It depends. What you need to bear in mind is that if you and your wife are coming down, one of you has to be taking care of the children, taking them to school and picking them up. So how you want to plan your work is very, very important, because both of you cannot be working and leaving the kids at home. You can't do that. One person has to be looking after the kid. And what that means is that you have to get the kids ready. You have to take the kid to school. The kids cannot go to school on themselves, not until they're around 7, 8 years or 9 years. So you need to understand that when you take your children to school, you have to drop them with the teacher. The teacher has to see you, and then you can leave and you come back and pick them. And it is very important that if you're supposed to pick your children up around, let's say 3 o'clock, if the school is 3 o'clock, you cannot be late. You cannot miss that. If you start missing all those times, or maybe etc., they will just escalate it, and they report you to social services. They will say that these parents are not responsible. So it's very important that you have a very good plan for the children besides your work. Otherwise, that will really clash. And is very important. Education in the UK is very, very important, you know. So for example, now when you look at the way I'm looking at the government website now, if you type in the what's it called? Yeah, if you go onto the UK government www.gov.uk/curriculum, that will be able to give you an understanding. So we have the age of children in between 3 to 4, that is early years. So 4 to 5, that's reception. 4 to 5 years old, that's early years. And then 5 to 6 years, that's year 1. So let me repeat that. 4 to 5, that is reception. 5 to 6, that is year 1. I think 6 to 7, that is year 2. 7 to 8, that is year 3. 8 to 9, that is year 4. 9 to 10, that is year 5. 10 to 11, that is year 6. And 11 to 12, that is year 7. 12 to 13, that is year 8. 13 to 14, that is year 9. 14 to 15, that is year 10. And 15 to 16, that is year 11. So you need to remember that the kids of different ages, they will be in the primary school from year 3 to year let me just see. So let me go back again. Okay, so from kids from 3 years old to 12 years old, they will be from reception to year 7. They will be from reception to year 7. And there's year 8. Once they start getting to year 8, they will start going to college and etc. like that and etc. So those are the years, and it's very simple. So what I would recommend is that if you just go on a UK government www.gov.uk and look at the national curriculum, you'll be able to see the ages of your child. So the age of your child will depend on what year or class they're going to be putting them. It's totally different from Nigerian ages, etc. like that. Very, very different. Okay. Okay, and yeah, so that is. And you said, how many hours are they entitled to? Well, it's not about hours. It's if you take your child to school in the morning 8:30, then you pick them up around 3 o'clock or 3:30. That is it. So they will be there full days. Children's is free in the UK, so they have to attend school free day. And I've said in my Japa video, I said it that children cannot be roaming about during school hours. You will see the authorities will start questioning the parents and the etc. What is your children doing at home? Why are they not on school? There is no excuse that your children should not be at school. It's not like Nigeria. UK, they are very serious about their children, and the education of children is priority here. And they are very, very strict. The safeguarding policy and the child protection is very, very important in terms of these children. And we have to make sure that, at the end of the day, children are the main focus of the Western world and etc. That should be the same thing in Nigeria, but it's not the same thing in Nigeria, because that's one of those things that we have to be looking at. It's very, very important that we get all those things. We get all those things correct. Once your children comes here, you have to find a way to make sure that you talk to them, manage them. You cannot be beating your child to the extent that there's mark or blood. That's not the way. The UK government will not be happy with that, because if the teacher sees any mark on the children at school, they will report to the social services and the police will come and arrest the parents. It's very, very important. We've always highlighted them, and this is one of those things we're trying to teach Nigerians that are in the diaspora. The Nigerians in the diaspora, they bring the same hand, the way they're treating their children in Nigeria, they bring it to UK, and most of them get arrested. We're not saying that you cannot punish your children. You cannot spank your children. You can, but what happens is that it has to be minimum. It has to be minimum. It's different from when you punish your children, when some families or parents will carry a big stick and beat their children as if they want to. That is not the way things are supposed to be done. I know that the way my parents punished me when I was in Nigeria, I know it's different. It's different because I was very stubborn. And it's one of those things. So, but once we're in the UK, the way you treat your children is very, very important. Please, education is very important. Once you bring your children, families are in this country, you have to pay attention to your children. You have to occupy them. And this is why most of the children in the UK, when they don't have the attention of their parents, Nigerians will come to this country. All they're focusing on is the British pounds, is just getting money. They forget about the children. They forget about them, and the children will start turning to something. You can see the way young ones and youth are being stabbed in London, in Manchester, and some very bad areas. And so you need to research. If you're coming to UK, make sure you research a better place that that most of the Nigerian families, and they don't want their children to grow up in London, because London is, this is where you get lots of disturbance. London is where you get lots of disturbance, and so most of the Nigerians, they prefer moving their kids to Leeds, to Yorkshire, or to other areas in the UK that are more subtle. And and most of the kids in London, to be honest with you, they've gone out of hands. As I've said it, and I'll keep on saying it, when you have a child smoking cigarette, a child of 6, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, smoking cigarette, joining a gang, coming back inside the house around 10, 11 o'clock, then you know that there is something wrong. You will definitely know that there is something wrong. So if you're just joining us, please, if you can leave your name and where you're joining us from. This is the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, UKCIC group, Japa project session, question and answer. And our scope and our aims and objectives for this session is to supply information in the diaspora to Nigerian family students that are about to embark on a journey to UK. Either you're studying, either you're here to live for good, and etc. So, and Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, we're very happy to continue to help, to support you with information. And I've said, those people that have comments on our YouTube channel, please make sure that you ask questions. This is why we created this session. This session is once every last Saturday of the month. It's to help you with information. If you're coming to UK, if you're coming, even not UK, if you're going to America or Canada, anywhere, if you don't know where you're going, you won't know your budget now, would you? You won't know even how much to spend. You won't know even where to live. There's some very rough areas in the UK you don't want to live. You don't want your children to live. There's some areas that they are stabbing, they're shootings, etc. Although the police are very good in the UK, they always catch all those people with bad gangs and etc. But what you need to understand is that the point of the session is to help you with informations on the ground, accommodations, jobs, and school for the children, your university and etc. And again, we always said it in this program, if you're going to any area, if you're coming to Yorkshire, you can contact Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network. If you're going to other areas, make sure you type in Nigerian community in that area. If you don't know that, contact KANUK. KANUK is the Central Association of Nigerian UK, and this is our umbrella body that will help. So, okay, thank you, Mr. TJ. Does anybody have any question? Please, I want to take questions now, and that's why I'm here to help. We're here to help. Let me just see, do I have any question in it? You're welcome, Mr. Caleb Fagade is my name. I'm pleased to be here. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. So if you have any question, please, because the purpose of this is for we to be able to help you with questions. Whether you live in the diaspora, whether you live in Nigeria or anywhere, we can help you. As long as you're coming to UK, we can be able to help you with that. So does anybody, if you have any question, please jump in and unmute yourself. Don't be shy, because if you don't ask questions now and you start sending me comments, you know, I don't get time to answer all those comments, because you know that I have lots of community stuff. So that is why. Does anybody have any question? If you're on mute, unmute yourself. If you're on mute, unmute yourself, please. Yeah. If nobody has any questions, okay. That makes my job easy. You know, we will continue to wait. We will continue to wait, and okay. So please try and put your name and let us know where you're joining us from. It's very important. We're live on YouTube, and this is the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network UKCIC group in the diaspora in Leeds, in West Yorkshire, in the UK. And this program is designed for Nigerian families, students, and businesses that are about to embark on a journey to UK, either for studies or to live for good or to do business. Hello, Sam. Yeah, thank you very much. Sam, I know that you're here. Do you have any question for us? Why? Because I know that the point of you being here is for you to be, okay, you're already in the UK, that's fine. You're already in the UK. Okay. I believe that you don't have, most of the people that live in the UK, I don't think that they have much questions for us, unless I might be wrong. Okay. Can you unmute yourself and ask questions, please? Unmute yourself. I want to hear your voice. And we should try and open it. Let's try and see people's face. There's no.
Hi, sorry, I'm Stamson.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm at work, so I won't be able to talk.
You're making the millions now.
I just want to quickly say hello, yeah. And though I just joined, I came in very late, and I asked in the chat section, yeah. Regarding sponsorship. I'm already in the UK.
Okay.
Very new, about 6 months now, or 7 months, going to 7 months in the UK.
Okay. My
family, yeah. So the whole gist about this sponsorship thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's becoming a concern, you know, especially when my wife is here to school, and we have about a year on our visa now. So, but then we need to start planning towards what next. If we should go through the sponsorship routes or migrate to either Canada or US. So that's just what I want to ask. Okay. So I need to go now, but I'm listening.
Keep making the millions, because you're working now.
No.
I will try and answer your question now. I will try and answer your question. Yeah, keep making the So thank you very much, Mr. Sam. I think what we're trying to do is basically that you've asked questions on sponsorship. Now, you have 1 year to. I think you said you have 1 year to finish your education. What it is that about sponsorship. You see, the sponsorship in the UK at the moment is very, very saturated. What that means is that a lot of people are now scanning around looking for sponsorship. And what I try to do is that if you do a very good job, where you're working, whether you're doing your care work, try and talk to your boss. Try and check with them that, okay, you like where you're working, you want to work with them permanently, and would they be able to give you sponsorship? There is no reason why you cannot approach them. Please, you can always approach them. Very simple. Try and approach them, and make sure that basically that they understand what you're planning to do. So that is number one advice. Number two is that I know that a lot of companies in the UK right now, they are doing sponsorship. And I'm not going to lie to you, in my recent video, which I did, I know that I've had contact that's telling me that if I have anybody that wants to have a sponsorship, that they can do it for maybe 5 years sponsorship, they can do it for £10,000. And but if you're interested in that, Mr. Sam, do let me know. You can contact me later on my WhatsApp. Then I will be able to pass you their number. You can talk to them. But what they've told me is that for them to get a 5-year sponsorship for anybody in the UK, if you're already in the UK, that is £10,000. Also, for people that are in Nigeria, I know that there was a family that came from Nigeria and they gave me their contact. The contact person that gave them their 5-year care visa. So they did their own care visa. To be honest with you, they said they did it for 15 million. That is for almost 4 families. So 11 million for the main sponsorship and 1 million for each head. So I think they had like is the wife, is the husband, and 3 kids. So almost like 15 million. So, but sponsorship is very difficult to get, but you can still get it if you have hope. So I will always advise you, please don't give up. Don't give up. Keep on seeking for the sponsorship. So those are the 2 questions. And I know that Mr. Sam said that, okay, they're trying to look for, well, at the end of the day, you see, if you can't get sponsorship, you just have to try and work and save money to get the 2 years postgraduate. I don't know how many children you have, Mr. Sam. You know, per head is £2,000. And if you have families, which I believe 1 or 2 families, so it's £2,000 per head. So what you need to do is that if you can try and save money, and if you're struggling to get the sponsorship in the UK, you might as well go for the postgraduate 2-year sponsorship. And within that 2-year sponsorship, you might be able to work very hard and be able to get a sponsor visa from somewhere. So that gives you another 2 years extension for you to continue to find an organization in the UK that will sponsor you with prayer. With prayer. I always believe in prayer anyway, you understand? So that is the answer which I believe that I hope that answer your question, Mr. Sam. Okay? Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. You said you are in Scotland. Okay, okay, you are in Scotland. Okay. Well, yeah, that is everything I've said there. It's is what you should follow if you as an advice, as I said. You know, there are some people that can offer you 5-year sponsorship here, and they gave me their contact. It's like £10,000. Or if you're struggling to get that, you just have to try and save money to do the 2-year postgraduate visa. And within that 2 years, you can be working. You'll be able to work full-time, because by the time you work full-time, you'll be able to make more money. You'll be able to save more money. And who knows, within that time, with prayer, I always say with prayer, you'll be able to get a sponsored organization, you know. And not everybody is lucky, but if you are very hopeful, and you'll be able to do it anyway. That's my understanding. Okay, I'm going to answer another question. This is from Mide. Hello, sir. How best can one access credit facility like credit cards? Okay, thank you very much. So credit cards would depend on your credit rating. So you know that when you come to UK, you open a bank account. Once you start building up that account, it's just like that Nigeria. If you start building up your account, you start living in the UK. Make sure that if you're living outside the uni, you can make sure you put your name on the voters list. You know, the council will always send you. The council will always send you something to put your name on the electoral list. Try to put your name there. And what you need to do is that you can always have a credit facility, but you know, the idea of the credit facility is to make sure that if you borrow money, let's say, for example, in your bank now, you wanted to borrow money, you borrow £1,000. If you pay that money back on time, that is a credit for you. What that credit means is that we borrowed you £1,000 and you were reliable, you returned that money. So your credit will start building up. So it's the amount of money you borrow, you know. what is the biggest thing in the UK? Even if you have £1 million, if your credit is zero, your credit will be zero. So people use credit. UK is a credit facility country that people don't buy car here with their money. They don't need to buy car with here. I can tell you, my car here at the end of the day, I don't need to buy it. If you're on finance plan, at the end of the day, once you drive that car for 4 years, you return that car to the dealer. The dealer will give you another one. So we normally call it is either leasing. There are two types of contract when you're buying a car. It's either PCP or what's the other one? PCP or financial plan, etc. like that. And that is how hire purchase, etc. So yes, you can access credit facility, but that should start with your bank. If you have a bank, then once you're with the bank for 1 or 2 years, you can always approach the bank that they should give you a credit card. They will be able to give you. And before they give you that credit card, they will do a credit check on you to make sure that since you're in the UK, you've lived in this address for a long time, and make sure that as you live in the address, your name is on the electoral list. You can easily add your name to the electoral list by contacting your council, and they will be able to add your name. I hope that manages that answers your question, Mide. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, if anybody has any more questions, we just been about 6 months, cannot access fund, right? So we've been just about 6 months, cannot access fund, right? Sorry, can you enlighten me more, Mr. Sam? I don't understand that question. If you don't mind, please. I don't understand that question, Mr. Man. So let me go to there is a question on the YouTube. It's from Afenikoya Adeni. You're welcome. Thank you very much for being on our YouTube. You said, good evening, sir. I would like to relocate my wife and kids to UK. She is a certified caterer and nurse aide. How can you assist? We are in Lagos. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Adeni. What you need to do is that you need to seek for the sponsored visa. They are now doing lots of sponsorship visa. The last time I checked, I know that the UK government, as from April, they will be opening up lots of visa opportunities, even for teachers, for nurse and etc. So all you need to do is just visit the Home Office or the British High Commission in Nigeria website, and you'll be able to see all these accesses. Okay, it's very, very simple. You will look at different opportunities, but please, I want to try and bring it to everybody. Try to be careful. Don't just let anybody approach you, and they will ask you for money. Oh, they can get you this. They can get you this visa. Don't just jump and go and withdraw all your money or sell all your properties. And now you end up being duped. Please, we need to be very careful. So when you say that she's certified caterer and nurse aide, you just have to approach the website and see what sponsorship you can get. Everybody is now getting sponsorship from Nigeria, whichever way. But I know that people that get it from Nigeria, they say that they normally get it for 11 million, which is I don't know. I don't think that is the official price for the Home Office. These are organizations that they're using it to make money anyway. So that's my understanding. And let me go back to the screen. Okay, so you said, can we access credit loan from the bank? What bank are you using? Because what happened is that you have to be in the bank, you have to be with the bank for some time, Mr. Sam. The reason being is basically that okay, Bank of Scotland, and you have just been 6 months, so we're just been about 6 months, cannot access fund rights. Yeah, because you just came to UK. You don't expect to come to the UK, you'll just spend 6 months. It doesn't happen like that. You have to be with a bank for a year, more than 12 months or 2 years. And now they will now start trusting you. How often are you running your bank account? It's very important. If you're running your bank account, they can rely on you, and they might be able to borrow you some money, but it might not be much, because, and whenever that offer is available for you. You will always see it on your account. You always see it. They will always tell you that you can borrow this amount of money. You can borrow overdraft. You know. Well, again, when you say which credit card is advisable in the UK, well, there are millions of credit cards in the UK. You don't have to borrow a credit card from the Bank of Scotland. You can borrow any credit card. So you can get any credit card. But when you apply for that credit card, they will do a credit check on you. What that means is that they will do a credit check. How long have you been living in the UK? How long, and have you hold anybody debt? So Virgin Money wants to give me slice. That is okay. That is okay. If Virgin Money can give you a credit card, go for it. Go for it, because you know what I've said is that all those credit cards are loans. These are loans. They're borrowing you money, and they will try you. Once they borrow you 1,000, they want to see how often you can pay that money back. If you miss that payment 1 or 2 or 3 times, you're spoiling your credit. It's as simple as that. You have to make sure that if you borrow money from the bank, make sure you're able to pay the money back every month. They will do a monthly installment for you. As you continue to pay your money back, they will start trusting you, and you will start building up your credit within, and that will go onto your credit reference. And whenever anybody else wants to borrow you loan, they will go onto that credit reference. They will see, oh, Mr. Sam has a very good credit because he has been able to pay the credit card that he got from this company back on time, and everything was there. So people will be able to rely on you. I want you to remember that the credit facility, credit reference is more or less like it's like a record. It's like a record that people check. It's like your CV. It's like your CV. If you have a bad CV, nobody will give you a job. But if you have a very good credit, then other organizations will say, oh, I can borrow this guy. I can borrow this guy money. I can borrow this person money, etc. like that. So this is how it works anyway. So in order for you to build your credit up, you have to make sure you borrow small money, you pay it back. There is always credit facility for everything in the UK. Some people, you have to, if you want to collect phone, all these new phones, that is what, £1,000. Yeah, some O2 or Vodafone or Libara or any other 3T, they will tell you that okay, they can do you a 24 or 40 or 48 months, 24 months contract, and they will tell you that they can give you the phone and the and the line, and if you can pay £45, just for example. And so any credit, you can get any credit from any facility, either you borrow a phone or you buy a car, or even if you're in a rental of a television or etc. So the UK is full of credit facility in everything, even sofas. Some people even borrow you sofas, etc. So that's one question anyway. Okay. Okay. So which other questions again? If you have any other question, please do unmute yourself, or you can type it on. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see. Is there any other question again? Any other question from anyone? We're here, and I think my time is almost up, because I said I'll be doing 1 hour for this session. The next session is on the 30th of April 2023 at 5 p.m. I would like to urge people that I have questions. Whenever we do session like this, it will definitely help you. That will definitely help you. So I want you to understand that. So it's very important, and as much as we have few people today, at least they've been able to ask questions, but this is a session to help you in everything we do. So I want to make sure that okay, I'm just looking at any other question that is on the YouTube. If there's any other questions. Yeah, I'm just next month and 30th of April. That is our next session. I will urge people to try and attend. You know, is for their benefit. Okay, I think we're almost finished. Does anybody has any more questions? Mr. Sam, you're typing questions there. What was your question? Because I believe that I've answered your questions. Have I? Okay, you're welcome, Mide. You're welcome. Okay, I think we are not going to be wrapping the session up. For those people that have not been able to attend, and I understand that everybody is busy, they have to look after the children. But if you have questions, please, this is a session before you embark on that lifetime journey, for your family, for yourself, and for your education. Please make sure you ask questions. Make sure you don't just jump and just give anybody money. Otherwise, you'll be duped. It's as simple as that. So anyway, I would like to say thank you to everybody that has attended today's this month's session, which is being brought by the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network UKCIC group in the diaspora in Leeds, in Yorkshire, in the UK. And this session is for our fellow Nigerian family, students, and businesses who are about to embark on a journey to UK. So again, my name is Mr. J. Skolawole. I'm the founder and the president of the organization. And we're here to serve you, to serve the Nigerian families and students in the diaspora at home. And so may the Lord continue to bless us. Everything we look for will come out in flying colors in the mighty name of me. The Lord bless your family. And so once again, I would like to say happy Ramadan fasting to everybody, to all our Muslim and Muslim brothers and sisters. And also, as we are coming towards the Easter period, happy Easter to everybody in advance. But otherwise, we shall see you next month, 30th of April, 2023 at 5 p.m. Please, let's try and join so that we can ask questions. That is why we brought this session. Thank you very much. And we take care. Take care of yourself, and bye-bye to everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.